Hey, what's going on, you kings and queens? Hope you're having the best day yet. And this morning I woke up about 4 o'clock. So this whole video is about how to make better routines and actually stick with it. And I feel like so many people, hearing a new saying, the 5 a.m. club. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning normally, but that's not what it takes to be successful. I'm gonna say it one more time. You do not need to wake up at 5 in the morning to become successful in life. It all comes down to what is your routine like in your schedule. I made videos before in the past about this before, but here's some more insights. The best way to really have the best routine is to find out what works for you. Psychology has discovered that every age of our life is different. For people my age who are like the late 20s and early 20s, the best time for us to wake up is like 9 a.m. And then it goes back more and more as we progress through life. People in the 30s to 40s, it's like 8 to 7. And then like 60s and 50s and stuff, it's like 5 in the morning. People who are in their teens need like 10 hours of sleep and to wake up at like 9, 8 o'clock as well. So that would have a huge factor. The first thing to take into account is how old are you, and that will help you realize more on the fact of what time you should be waking up. And obviously nowadays we live in a time period where we have lights and there's technology obviously that help or hurts our sleep pattern, our circadian rhythm. So for what I like to do is my morning routine consists of a day routine. And by doing this, it helps me stay more impacted down to what I'm trying to do. So if I'm going to bed at 9, I stop doing anything with technology at 8. That way my brain isn't fully active because the blue lights in our phone keep us more awake. So the first thing to do is, make sure you turn off all distractions and just relax. Write in your journal, read a book, hang out with your friends, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or your dog, whatever the case might be, just do that. That'll help you really, go to sleep easier. Because as humans, no one's made to be up until 2 in the morning. If we had no laptop or computer, we'd probably be passing out way earlier anyways. So try it out. If you are creative at nighttime, by all means do that as well. This video is all about making the routines best for you, not what society says is best for. The next step to do is what I like to do before in bed is making a 24-hour routine. Ask yourself this question. If you had a perfect day, what would that look like? What would your perfect day be? What time would you wake up? Who do you hang out with? What kind of food do you eat? And what would you do? And by doing this, it gives us an extra few hours a week, if not more, of having this routine in our mind every single day. Like for me, last night I wrote down in my journal, I need to go to the gym, I need to look at my client's stuff I'm working on, his content, his website and so forth, and my other client stuff. I need to message back people on my social media accounts and make this video, walk my dog and so forth. And by doing that, I already know what I need to do when I wake up. So I like waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning because it is 8 o'clock right now and I'm already done with all my stuff I need to do for the day. Now afterwards, anything I do on top of this is just extra bonuses. If I make more sales calls, if I have more calls later on today, if I want to see some friends, if I want to just hang out and watch the episode or something, or write or draw or make more videos, I have time to do that. But the most important things that I need to do today, they're already pretty much done. Which is a huge relief for me. It also makes me super motivated to do more. So the huge thing you can definitely try out, is try to imagine a perfect routine and then write down what you need to do, the most important for that day. And I like to have it from top to bottom. First thing I need to do is obviously wake up, but after that, look at my client stuff. And then I can do my own content, much like I want to do. That helps become way more easier for us to, be more mindful and intentional for our days. Another tip to do, I like to always stress is, always stick to your routines, because it's super easy to, oh, I'll go to the gym tomorrow, or I'll go to the gym the next day, or I'll read that book the next day, or I'll do the thing I need to do the next time. By doing that, it tells our brain that we don't need to do it, that we can just put it off to the next moment or next day. So having that routine and schedule is a huge factor for it. Yeah, make it so you're always doing it. And they say, a habit could be in 7 days, 21 days, some people say 60 days. For me, I like to do the easy 30 days. You do something every single day for a month. Before you know it, it's going to be super natural for you. If I was a kid, I used to not wake up until like 9 o'clock, which makes sense now knowing more about psychology. But prior to that, waking up at noon sometimes even was like my norm. Now I wake up at 6 at the latest, sometimes 7. Even if I'm super tired, I want to bed at like midnight, I wasn't following my routines. It's about having habits. It becomes more easier for our bodies to automatically and naturally do that. Another huge tip you can do is to always remind yourself why you're doing it and what you're doing it for. For me, I'm trying to make a huge empire and legacy where I'm helping billions of people around the whole world. And by having this routine helps me stick with it to make more progress towards it. Because I rather sleep until 9 o'clock every day as well. But knowing that if I wake up at 5 o'clock, I can get more stuff done way quicker helps me a lot more. Obviously, if you go to bed at 9, wake up at 5, you're still sleeping 8 hours. If you go to bed at midnight, wake up at 8, you're still sleeping 8 hours. So that's not really a big thing. But when you wake up at 5 in the morning, or whatever time you want to wake up at, you gotta make sure you have that routine with it too in the schedule to combat them together to make it way more impactful. And that's probably the 4 biggest tips I can give you, is imagine what your perfect routine is, stick with that routine. You want to write down beforehand what you need to do most importantly. And then now one thing you can do too is, find an accountability partner, and obviously your why. But having an accountability partner is going to be a huge thing for you too. Maybe you're a boyfriend or girlfriend, or you have kids, or people in your life, or a friend who's trying to do the same stuff as you. How to schedule it. At 5 in the morning, we both wake up, we go for a walk, or we do this, or we eat dinner this time, or whatever it might be. Having that accountability helps us way easier for us to stick with that aspect. So thank you all for joining. As always, you're all kings and queens. The world is yours. You just gotta claim it and put that crown on.